It is the rookie debut of Elektra Natchios as the Daredevil in this Marvel Legends Spider-Man retro line produced by Hasbro. Now, the retro line has always been a highlight of the Legends line since it first came out with a nostalgic packaging, as you can see here. And none of that plastic-free packaging nonsense. You can see the art here. And a photo of the figure, or a rendering, and a little bit of write-up, which is always some great flair. Lots of legal and other stuff down there. Now, tons of articulation, as you can see through the packaging. However, only 2 accessories, as you can see through the blister. So let's open the figure up and see what we got. This is an awesome looking figure that has some simple design and artistic elements that blend into a fantastic looking original figure that's not just simply another tight bodysuit female action figure. Now, this design sees the former assassin and martial artist Elektra switching it up and taking up the mantle of the Daredevil during Matt Murdock's incarceration on the pages of Daredevil, Woman Without Fear. Now, let's talk about articulation. We've got swivel hinge ankles, boot calf swivel, double hinge knees, which are pinless, swivel thighs, ball jointed drop down hips. There's no waist articulation. There's no ab crunch waist. However, there is a ball jointed torso hinge. There's no butterfly pecs, no swivel hinge drop down shoulders. There's the standard ball jointed shoulders. We've got bicep swivel, double hinged elbows, which are also pinless, forearm swivel, swivel hinge wrists, no ball jointed neck base, but there is a ball jointed head. And as you may have noticed, it comes with only 2 accessories, but sort of 3 if you really want to count it like that, which are her 2 size and the scarf. And here we see Elektra Daredevil all kitted up. We've put the scarf back on her, and actually popping off the head is really easy. So there's no worry about that. And she was holding her 2 size in awesome ways, because you don't always see this. And you notice here that it kind of, the size go through her fingers rather than just holding it by its handles, which you see a little bit more up there. But the way this hand is designed, she can actually hold it backwards, and it looks pretty cool for, I guess, that downward stabbing motion. Really thoughtful design in terms of how the hands are. Some final thoughts about the figures before we move on to figure comparisons. I absolutely love this figure. I have actually never read any of the Elektra Daredevil comic books. However, I've always wanted to, and this figure may galvanize me to finally do that. I really love how the scarf fits. I feel like you're able to pose, I guess, her mouth, head / scarf in ways that you would imagine she would look in the comic. And being able to take it off is a huge bonus. And she doesn't look too unusual with the scarf off. I feel like her neck is just a little bit long, but what are you going to do? The overall figure, very solid. None of the hinges on my figure stuck, and all of them work well. There's none that are loose. There's none that are too tight, and it just looks really great. I guess of the few things that I wish I could fix here, the sides are made out of very soft plastic. However, there is no bend on the ones that I got, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. But I imagine as I put it away with some of my other weapons, it may get bent in the process, and then that's going to be a bit of a hassle to kind of straighten out after that. So we can compare it to another female action figure, and you can see it is in good scale with it. And this is really to help you decide how the design language for this particular figure shapes up to other similar figures in the universe we're bringing along from the other Hasbro lines. So we're going to look at the G.I. Joe classified line, which, I mean, I guess, I don't think it's, I don't think this or the Star Wars Black Series really fits the same design language. So if they're on the same shelf, it may look a little bit awkward. However, what we are going to do is put Power Rangers Lightning Collection here, Trini. Also very, very small, so very out of place. And finally, the standard, at least for this channel, and perfectly 6-inch scale, 6-inch Spider-Man figure, the amazing Spider-Man figure from Amazing Fantasy. The go-to figure as far as I'm concerned for size and language comparisons. So we can see all the figures here. And you'll have a good idea of how it's going to look on the shelf, height-wise, size-wise, and also, again, that visual impact that you're going to see with your collection. So let me know your thoughts on the figure. I really like it. And I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about the Elektra Daredevil, hopefully in the near future. Thanks for watching, guys.